Friends, enemies, those as of yet undecided, welcome back to the channel. You're watching Average Man Reviews, the show where I give my unsolicited, unpaid, and unorthodox opinion on a wide variety of subjects and products. Although it's not really a wide variety considering I've only done dart blasters. Although, my first video was action figure review, so, wide variety. I'm still keeping it in there, staying in the script. It's funny to pretend that I have a script. Anyway, today, for your viewing entertainment, we're going to be taking a look at the pulse rifle from the iconic film Aliens. This is from the Nerf Limited line. Now this goes for about $100. In one of the few cases, I did not buy this. I stole it. I'm kidding. I had this sent to me by somebody that wants me to paint it for them. And I figured before I paint it, I should go ahead and do a video of it. And then when I paint it, I'm going to do a video of the paint job because, good God, you guys seem to like the last painting video that I did. That's probably one of the most well-performing videos I've put up on this channel. So, I will take the hint and do a little more cosplay stuff. But for today, we're going to talk about this, if that's okay with you. Alright. So, like I said, runs for about $100. I think Amazon carries them for a little more. They go for like $120 to like $150, depending on what third-party person is trying to gouge it or whatever. But retail is supposed to be about $100. My eyepiece sliding down? It was sliding down. Stay on my face. That's a sentence you shouldn't say very loud. Stay on my face. Anyway, back to the video. So, Nerf Limited means that these are specifically for the adult collector market, right? So they're expensive, they're accurate, and they're really cool. However, they typically don't have incredible performance. I reviewed the Halo Blaster in the past, the Halo Assault Rifle, and it was similar. It was a really great replica, but it had fairly lackluster performance. I have a theory that this is going to be about the same. I think this is probably just a Nerf Strife that they basically reshelled and added stuff to. I think that the barrel is going to be way too long for this thing's performance, considering it's a flywheeler. And I am hopeful, in a sense, because it runs on C batteries. It runs on 4 of these. Because you have a light-up display screen, you have sound effects for the grenade launcher as well as the main gun. And the screen lights up. Also, this thing doesn't have an off button. It just shuts off by itself after a certain amount of time. So I imagine that drains the battery a little bit. And then when you rev it, it's not like I can talk over I'm not even talking that loud. I can talk over this rev. So I don't feel like it's got a very strong rev going on, but it is loud enough that it drowns out the sound effects when you shoot it. Like, I can't tell what that sound effect is supposed to be. But even then, it's still not that loud of a rev, so I don't think it's going to be very powerful. But enough conjecture. Let's go over its features, fallacies, and yeah, something else that starts with F that would work there. Pretend I said something clever. So, they did nothing to bring it into the Nerf world as far as compatibility. They are making a very hard line of keeping this separate. We don't have anything added to the gun that was not on the original gun. So there's no tack rails, there's no Nerf like in-strike barrel attachment, there's no Nerf's, get off me. There's no Nerf stock point, there is nothing compatible with it, even so far as the magazine. If you try a standard Nerf mag, standard Nerf mags have a little ridge you can see right there, they have a little ridge that the pulse rifle does not. So if you wanted to put a different magazine in this, you would have to trim that ridge down in order to make it fit. As far as the body features and stuff go, it really doesn't have much in the way of moving parts on the outside. The stock doesn't move, it does not adjust. Nothing up here moves or adjusts. You have a little jam door that pops open in case you need to fix a jam. I'm hoping that this won't be a jammable blaster, but I have a feeling it's going to jam because flywheelers tend to jam a good bit. Again, we'll see. It's all conjecture up until this point, but, you know, back to the features. One lovely little feature is the Spaz 12 grip is functional. And it's actually takes a mega dart in the barrel there. So, shoots these guys, which is pretty cool. There's not a ton to say about this other than it's a really accurate replica. So the real question we have is how good of a blaster is it? And to determine that, we're going to take it outside and shoot it. Now also, if I hadn't mentioned, I used to have a Colonial Marine armor back in the day. Back in the good old days. You're talking about 15 years ago was when I had that Colonial Marine armor. It's since fallen apart, which is why you see the attire that I have today is actually for my Smart Gunner. Put that on screen. And Smart Gunner's cool. It is part of the same franchise, so I figured it was the closest outfit that I could do. It's a little better than just wearing like a button-down t-shirt or something, right? But anyway, without further ado and without ado-ing any further, let's step out to the firing line and answer the question, does it suck? So I have my target set up at 30 feet away. Now, if I didn't mention it before, these are the darts that it shoots. It comes with 10 of these gray with a gold tip, which I don't think we've seen that color before on a previous blaster, so that's kind of cool. But anyway, let's see what happens. And I'm going to be shooting flat. When I say flat, I mean that I'm not arcing it to try to hit the target. I'm shooting it flat the way you would, you know, a traditional rifle or something. So we're going to see what type of performance it'll give that way. Okay, and it jammed on the first shot. I'm going to assume that it's a 10-round magazine that actually only holds 9 due to the spring tension, so we're going to try running it as a 9-round magazine and see if that keeps it from jamming. See if that helps. Running it again. Wow. So fired flat, the Mega Dart reached 20 feet. So here's the thing. I lost 2 of the darts, so I only got 8 of the original darts. This is not mine. I'm sending it back to the guy that sent it to me. I'd like to send it back with all of the darts, so I'm going to try to find those other 2. But for the duration of the review, I'm going to use some other darts so that I don't have to lose the darts that it came with. So we're going to switch to some Adventure Force darts. So I'll be using these Adventure Force darts. All right. I only what is wrong with me today? I only loaded 9 shots. Let's see. Okay. So we're gonna try it again at 25 feet. And this time I'm gonna angle my shots a little bit to try to hit the target. I mean, I don't want to mince my words here. It's pretty pathetic that for $100, this thing cannot shoot a 25-foot target. Out of 9 shots, it hit 4 times. I mean, for $100, you can't make something that shoots more than 25 feet? Because this ain't for the kids market. This is for the adults market, right? We've established that between the price point, the franchise, like this is meant for adult collectors. I don't want something that shoots 25 feet. I want something that's got decent performance. So that's pretty sad. But I'll try angling it and see what we get from that. And just for fun, we'll do another one of these guys. And it jammed. Beautiful. And it jammed. So to hit those targets, I'm having to hold it like this. I have to put, what is this, like a 45-degree angle to get it to hit a 25-foot target. I'm going to load it up again. I'm going to try it on full auto just to see, because it seems to be able to do full auto. But so far, the shooting is not very impressive. So I got 9 darts in here. We're going to try it on full auto and see how that goes. I'm going to close in a little bit more, so I'll be shooting at it from 20 feet. Come on, dude. So, yeah, this thing is a fantastic replica, but good God, it sucks as a blaster. I mean, I'd like to be kinder, but I won't. That's kind of the whole point of my channel, is honest reviews. I'm legitimately a little bit like upset. Like, I didn't even buy this. This isn't even my blaster, and I'm like, this thing is not worth the money. Like, I would be so mad if I actually spent that amount of money on this. Like, the performance is to the point that I wish they would have just released it as a noise-making toy, like a replica, just a lights and sounds replica. I wish they had just done that and just not even done the Nerf blaster part of it, because the performance is just not there to warrant doing it. Like, at least at $100, it's still a fantastic prop. So I guess that's kind of the saving grace, is that the ability for it to shoot is just kind of tacked on. But again, it's just like, if you're gonna do it well, or don't do it at all. You know? Like, it just... Let me cut the clip, because I'm just gonna rant and rave about this for too long. Let's go inside. And we're back inside. So, after action review, what do we think? Wow, that was listen, in the first part of the video where I was speculating about the performance, I was expecting it to be bad. I wasn't expecting it to be that bad. I mean, that was painful. That was legitimately painful at how bad this thing performed. And bear in mind, whenever you watch my reviews, I might have gotten a lemon, You know, I might have gotten one that just sucks, and everybody else's is like a laser beam that just hits whatever you aim at, and it's fantastic, but I don't think so. You know, I'm going to wager that's probably not the case. Now, I do test all the batteries that I use beforehand. I have a battery voltage checker, and all the batteries that I use were full charge. So I gave it every possible chance, from using the best batteries to the darts that are included with it, and then using the better Adventure Force type darts. I mean, I gave it every opportunity to try to not suck, and it just didn't. So that's really disappointing. Uh, I imagine there's modding potential. You know, there's probably some potential to upgrade it and make it shoot better, but you know, you shouldn't have to, is my point. That's why I dislike the modding potential as being a factor in favor or against an item when I'm evaluating it, because like, yeah, everything has modding potential, but you shouldn't have to mod it. You know, it should still be a serviceable product off the shelf and out of the box. I mean, this is 100% just a display costume type blaster. I mean, you can't even use it to hit targets because it's got no accuracy. So it's not even like a backyard plinker that you can shoot stuff in the yard with. Like, you can just load darts into it and watch it jam, essentially. So that's unfortunately my review and experience with it. Is it's a fantastic prop and an abysmal blaster. Um, as far as if I'd recommend you get one, depends on what you want it for. If you want a functional dart blaster in any sense of the term, then no. If you want a fantastic replica of the pulse rifle that's at basically the best price point that you can get one at, yeah. If you want to get one and modify it, because like I said, I'm sure it's basically just a strife for the internals. So it probably wouldn't be very hard to modify. But yeah, overall, it's a bit of a disappointment while also being really impressive, which puts it in a very strange spot. But hopefully this kind of helps you out if you were debating about getting one or not. But overall, I mean, like I said earlier, great prop, terrible blaster. And if that price point is justifiable, really is going to come down to you and what you want to do with it. Because as far as cosplay goes, like, I don't think you can do any better. As far as a blaster goes, literally anything else is better. Like, I would not use this in any kind of a nerf game ever. It's just, God, it's so sad. I was really hoping for it to be better. But anyway, I think that about does it for this review. So until next time, I hope that you are well. I will catch you in the next one, and stay frosty.